Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Learning, the place where real English meets real life. I'm Emma.
And I'm Liam. Hey, hey, hey. So good to be here with you today. Emma, you know what? The sun is actually shining outside my window. That never happens in this city.
Enjoy it while it lasts. But seriously, Liam, you look extra cheerful today. What's going on?
Well, I had a really nice moment this morning. I was buying coffee, and the cashier and I had a little chat about nothing important, just the weather and her new haircut, and it made me realize something.
What's that?
Those tiny conversations, they're like vitamins for your day. They don't seem like much, but they make you feel connected.
That's exactly our topic today. Small talk. Those little conversations we have with neighbors, cashiers, colleagues, or people at the bus stop.
Yes, and for English learners, small talk can feel terrifying. Your heart races, you forget simple words, you worry about sounding silly.
But here's the truth. Small talk is not about perfect grammar. It's about human connection. And today, we're going to show you how to do it, from beginner to advanced, with kindness and confidence.
So grab your drink, get comfortable, and if you enjoy learning English through real conversations, please hit like, subscribe to English Learning, and share this with a friend who needs a little confidence boost.
Okay, Liam, let's start at the very beginning. Level 1, the basics.
Level 1. This is for when you're standing in an elevator, waiting for a bus, or sitting next to someone at a doctor's office. The silence feels heavy.
Awkward silence. We've all felt it. So what do you say?
The classic is the weather. It's so hot today, isn't it? Or, I hope the rain stops soon.
Why does the weather work so well?
Because everyone experiences it. It's neutral, it's safe, and it's always there. You don't need advanced vocabulary, just a simple observation and a smile.
Exactly. But here's a human value. When you start small talk, you're not just filling silence. You're saying, I see you. You're not invisible. That's a gift.
That's beautiful. Let me share a real story. Last week, I was at the grocery store. There was an elderly man struggling to reach a box of cereal on the top shelf.
Oh, what did you do?
I walked over and said, "That top shelf is too high for everyone. Can I help you?" He laughed and said, "Young man, I used to be tall. Now I need a ladder just to find my breakfast."
That's adorable.
We talked for maybe 90 seconds, but he smiled, I smiled, and we both walked away feeling a little lighter. That's small talk doing its job.
So your starter wasn't the weather. It was an observation about the situation. That shelf is too high. That's perfect for level 1.
Yes, you can also talk about a long line at the supermarket. Looks like everyone decided to shop today. Or a crowded bus. I think this is the busiest bus in the city.
Keep it short, keep it kind, and always smile. A smile is a universal language.
Vocabulary time. Observation, something you notice. Neutral, not positive or negative. Safe. Invisible, not seen or noticed.
Great. Now let's move to level 2, when you want to go a little deeper.
Okay, level 2. This is for people you see regularly. A coworker, a neighbor, someone at your gym. You've already said nice weather 5 times. Now what?
Now you ask open questions, questions that can't be answered with just yes or no.
Give me an example.
Instead of, did you have a good weekend? Closed. Answer is yes or no. You say, what did you do this weekend?
Then the person has to share something. I went hiking or I visited my mom.
Exactly. And here's the secret. Listen to their answer. Then ask a follow-up question about what they just said.
Like, oh, you went hiking. Which trail did you take?
Perfect. You're not just waiting for your turn to talk, you're actually curious. And curiosity is a human value that builds bridges.
Let me practice on you. Emma, what did you do last Saturday?
I went to a small art fair in the park. There was a woman selling handmade candles that smelled like cinnamon.
Cinnamon candles. That sounds amazing. Do you like candles or did you buy one for someone else?
Good follow-up. I bought one for my mom. Her birthday is next week. See how the conversation flows naturally?
It feels like a game of catch. You throw the question, I catch it, and I throw it back.
That's exactly right. Now, let me share a story about why listening matters so much.
Please.
Last month, I was at a bus stop. A woman next to me looked really tired. I could have just looked at my phone, but I said, "Long day?"
Simple, open, kind.
She sighed and said, "My daughter is sick. I've been at the hospital all day." I didn't know what to say, but I just listened. I said, "That sounds so hard. I'm sorry."
That's all you needed to say.
She started crying a little, and then she said, "Thank you. No one has asked me how I am all week." We talked for 5 minutes. I'll never forget her face.
That's powerful. Small talk became real talk because you were present.
Yes, and that's level 2 with heart. Asking, listening, and caring.
Vocabulary. Open question. A question that needs more than yes or no. Follow-up. A second question based on the first answer. Curiosity. A desire to learn more or know more.
Now, what about when things get weird? Because people are unpredictable.
Oh, I have a story for this. Last week I was at the coffee shop. A man had a parrot on his shoulder. A real parrot.
A parrot? In a coffee shop?
Yes. And I thought, this is my chance for great small talk. So I said, "That's a beautiful bird. What's his name?"
Reasonable question.
The man looked at me very seriously and said, "His name is classified. He works for the government."
No way.
I froze. I had no idea if he was joking or serious. My brain just stopped.
So what did you do?
I laughed nervously and said, "Oh, I see. Very mysterious." Then I walked away.
That's actually perfect. You didn't argue, you didn't get uncomfortable, you just acknowledged the weirdness with a little humor.
But I felt so awkward.
That's okay. Small talk isn't about being smooth. It's about being real. Sometimes people are strange. Sometimes we say the wrong thing. That's human.
So level 3 is about sharing your own opinion or feeling, but on light topics, not politics or religion.
Yes. For example, if you're talking about a movie, you can say, "I thought the ending was a bit sad, but the music was beautiful. What did you think?"
So you share first, then you ask.
Exactly. Or you can talk about a small goal, like, "I'm trying to learn to bake bread, but my loaves always come out flat. Do you have any tips?"
People love giving tips. It makes them feel helpful.
Yes, and that builds connection. Level 3 is where small talk becomes friendship talk.
Vocabulary. Acknowledge, to accept or recognize something. Smooth, polished, confident, without mistakes. Loaf, a unit of bread.
Now, what about when you don't understand a word? That happens to all English learners.
This is so important. Last month, a coworker said to me, "The commute this morning was a nightmare." I didn't know the word commute.
What did you do?
At first, I just nodded and smiled, but then I realized I had no idea if a nightmare was good or bad in that sentence.
Good instinct. So what did you say?
I took a breath and said, "I'm sorry, I'm still learning English. What does commute mean?"
And she said, "Oh, it means the trip to work. The train was late." Then I understood everything. And she didn't think I was stupid. She thought I was brave.
That's the human truth. Most people are happy to explain. It shows you're actually listening and you care.
Yes, it's much better to ask than to pretend and stay confused.
So here's our tip. Have a few polite phrases ready. "I'm sorry, I didn't catch that word. Could you explain?" "What does blank mean?" "I'm still learning English. Thank you for your patience."
And when someone asks you for help with a word, be kind, be patient. Remember how it felt to be a beginner.
That's empathy, and empathy is the highest human value of all.
Vocabulary. Commute, the journey from home to work. Nightmare, a very bad dream, used to describe a bad situation. Patience, the ability to wait or accept difficulties calmly.
Now let's talk about how to end a conversation without being awkward.
Oh, this is my weakness. I never know how to leave. I just stand there until the silence becomes painful.
You're not alone. Ending a conversation is a skill. You need a polite exit phrase.
Like, "Goodbye, I'm leaving now."
Too direct. Try something like, "Well, It was really nice talking with you, but I should probably get back to work.
Get back to work, that's a good one. Or, I don't want to take up any more of your time, but it was lovely to chat.
I don't want to take up your time. That's so polite. It makes the other person feel valued.
Exactly. And then you add a future wish. Have a great afternoon, or enjoy your lunch, or hope you have a wonderful weekend.
Let me practice. Emma, I have to go pick up my daughter from school, but it was wonderful talking with you today. Have a beautiful evening.
Perfect. You're a natural. You gave a reason, picking up daughter, expressed appreciation, wonderful talking, and wished me well. Beautiful evening.
That doesn't feel rude at all. It feels like kind.
Because it is kind. Goodbyes don't have to be cold. They can be warm.
Vocabulary. Exit phrase. Words used to end a conversation politely. Direct, straight, without extra words. Valued, feeling.
Now let's bring everything together.
Okay, let's walk back through our park of small talk. Emma, what did we learn at level 1?
Level 1. Use simple observations about the weather or your environment. Keep it short. Smile. You're saying, I see you.
Level 2, open questions. Ask what, how, why. Listen carefully. Ask a follow-up. You're saying, I care about your answer.
Level 3. Share a little of yourself. Your opinion on light topics. Your small struggles. You're saying, I trust you a little.
And when you don't understand a word, ask politely. Most people will help. You're saying, I'm learning, and that's okay.
And when it's time to go, use a warm exit phrase. You're saying, I enjoyed this, and I respect your time.
You know, Emma, I used to think small talk was shallow, just noise, but now I see it differently.
How so?
Small talk is like the soil. You can't grow a flower without soil. You can't build a friendship without those first few tiny conversations.
That's beautiful. And here's the human value that ties it all together. Every person is fighting a battle you know nothing about. Your small, kind word might be the only kind word they hear all day.
That's why we practice. Not for perfect English, for perfect kindness.
Yes, so go out there, say hello, ask about the weather, share a smile. You never know whose day you might change.
Well, Emma, this was a wonderful conversation. I feel braver already.
Me too. And thank you, listeners, for spending your time with us. We know you're busy, and we're grateful.
Here's our question for the comments. What is one small talk topic you feel comfortable with, or one that makes you nervous?
Write your answer in English. We read every comment, and we might share your story in our next episode.
If you enjoyed this episode, please hit like, subscribe to English Learning, and share it with a friend who's shy about speaking.
Remember, your English doesn't have to be perfect to be powerful. A kind word in broken English is better than a perfect sentence said in silence.
That's going on my wall. Thank you, Emma. Thank you, everyone.
Take care of yourselves. Be brave, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye-bye.
Bye for now.